Hey everyone, welcome to the Wrestling Experience,
The Royal Rumble 2021 predictions episode.
my favorite pay-per-view of the year. You know it. I'm Joss.
And I'm Johnny, and the year always starts off great with WWE
Exactly.
pay-per-views, and then what do we have left to look forward to?
Exactly. Well, the road to WrestleMania is always fun, but hey, I feel like this year though, the Royal Rumble, it could be anyone's pick, and there are
Yeah.
maybe three or four superstars that I can name you that that could win the Royal Rumble, and I wouldn't be mad about it. So let's jump right in. We're going to start with the women's tag team champions. We're gonna go with Charlotte and Asuka versus Shayna Baszler, and Nia Jax. Who do you think is going to win that one?
So I think that Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are going to win and take the titles.
Oh,
Shania are going to be back on top. I expect that there's going to be something with Asuka and Charlotte that might also play into the Royal Rumble match later. So I'm kind of expecting them to lose the titles. I mean, after all, this was like a one-off thing. Maybe Lana returns, gets her revenge on Charlotte for being replaced. I don't know. But I mean, I always kind of felt like Asuka and Charlotte were just there for the shock factor of winning the titles, but I don't think that they're meant to keep it. So that's my prediction. How about you?
I'm also going to go with Shania. I think that there's more interesting stories to be told if Asuka and Charlotte lose. They can both enter the Royal Rumble, and I agree. I think that maybe there could be some sort of shenanigans or something like that. But yeah,
Would Asuka and would Sasha Banks enter the Rumble though? I think they're not, right? Unless they're gonna enter hoping to challenge the other.
yeah, maybe.
Right?
I don't know. I just have a feeling that I don't think that Charlotte and Asuka are going to be holding those titles much longer. Especially if we think that Charlotte's going to win this and challenge
Which we might
Asuka.
think that.
Yes, exactly. Okay, cool. So we do agree on that. Next up, which match do you want to go over?
Well, I think we should save the Rumbles for last. So I
Yes.
guess we can go with the. We didn't know or we weren't sure. Maybe we were mistaken whether or not it was a match for the Rumble, but in fact it is. It's Carmella versus Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's Title. Who you got?
Sasha Banks. Just
Yeah,
Sasha Banks. I feel like this is not her time to lose. I do have a pick that I think that if she wins, she can headline WrestleMania with Sasha Banks. I think it could be some great wrestling, and Sasha's been doing some great work. Um, I think that there's more that Sasha can do. So Sasha Banks.
yeah. I just think that right now everyone's behind Sasha Banks, and she's like the top star of SmackDown, and they want to have this be a very good reign. I think Carmella has a really good shot of winning it because Carmella's been very good in this feud, but I think Sasha's going to take it in the end.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
winner
So
Sasha.
now, are we gonna go with Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens, or do you want to go with Goldberg, Drew McIntyre?
Well, those are the only two title matches before we talk about the Rumble. So I guess let's go with the one I think is more obvious, and I think you also think the outcome is a little bit more obvious, right?
Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens.
Last man standing match.
Yep, exactly. I listen as I love Kevin Owens so much, and I will be so happy to be wrong if Kevin Owens wins. I just think that Roman Reigns. I think that there's a story that's being told. Roman Reigns is the best of the best. He is the best heel right now at this moment. Um, and the story just doesn't culminate at the Royal Rumble. I think that this is gonna go to WrestleMania, and I think Roman is gonna get what he what's coming towards him, and he's gonna get what he deserves. And unfortunately, it's not gonna be at the hands of Kevin Owens. Um,
Yeah, I pretty much agree with you. I think this is going to be the time where Roman wins, and it's Kevin Owens won't be able to say your family helped you or whatever. Like it's going to be, I think it's going to be a more definitive win this time.
let's hope
Just
so.
so, but like you said, I would be so happy to see Kevin Owens win. But I think that Roman Reigns is going to have a bigger opponent at WrestleMania, and I'm not even sure if that's going to be the time where they dethrone the tribal chief. I think he might even continue to hold it for the rest of the year. But that's going way too far ahead. We both say Roman Reigns. God, we have the same prediction. So we can't have the same picks for the Rumble winners, right? That's why we're saving them for last. So
Exactly. And let's just go with Drew McIntyre versus Goldberg. Yeah. Who do you think is gonna win this? I want to know what
Drew
you think first.
McIntyre.
Really, you think Drew McIntyre is gonna win this?
Look, I mean, I don't understand what Goldberg gains from winning this. He takes the title so that someone I guess better, more fitting will swoop in at WrestleMania and beat him. It's not like he's going to defend the title successfully at WrestleMania, right? It only makes sense for the Fiend to be his challenger because the Fiend has beef with him. But I just don't see them taking Drew McIntyre away from the main event.
But that's
just to
the
put...
thing. Like that's what would suck. Because if the Fiend comes into the picture, don't forget the Fiend and Randy Orton have a thing. So I don't think that the Fiend is going to be there. So who else is Goldberg going to face? Drew McIntyre again?
Who's the better payoff? Drew McIntyre loses to win it again at WrestleMania. Okay, fine.
But then who does Drew McIntyre face? If Drew McIntyre wins, who's his next opponent?
Well, I mean, the fact that Braun Strowman returned on SmackDown is a bit weird, but I feel like Braun Strowman would, as a mega heel, would have been a good pick for Drew McIntyre. But it seems like he's a face, and that's like not going to happen at all. So that's the thing. I don't know who it could be.
I'm really worried because I do think that Goldberg is going to win this.
Well, there you go. We have a different prediction.
So
I hope you're wrong.
I hope I'm wrong too. I hope so. But the thing is, what I think is going to happen is maybe Goldberg can win this. And maybe there's going to be a rematch at WrestleMania. And that's where Drew McIntyre wins it again. And they're hoping that there's going to be some fans at WrestleMania. Even if they're like in little cubicles or whatever you want to call them. But that could be the moment where Drew McIntyre re-wins. He gets his title back in front of fans. I think that moment itself is important.
That sounds great and all, but I feel like the legitimacy of him as his challenger after losing is, I mean, yeah, he's going to be owed a rematch for sure, but like it just kind of sours me on it. Like he had to lose to win it. Like I'd rather he just
it's like against Randy Orton. Yeah, I get it.
Just have him crush Goldberg. That's what should happen. It should be a squash match, Claymore 1, 2, 3, or it should be Goldberg spears, jackhammer, Drew kicks out at 1, Claymore 1, 2, 3. That's what it should be. It's one of those two things, if you ask me. But
I feel like we've agreed too much, and this is why I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna take one for the team, and I'm gonna say Goldberg.
Go for it.
Although I hate it, I feel disgusting saying that.
It hurts. It hurts just thinking about it.
Yeah. So let's go with the match that's going to open the show. It was confirmed that the Women's Royal Rumble will indeed open the show. Now,
indeed,
what we're going to do is, instead of just saying who we think is going to win, which we will, I think it'll be interesting to give a top 4. Sorry, the final 4. So, if it's okay with you, I'm going to give you my final 4. But
not who's going to win, right?
Not yet. So, my final 4 is going to be Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Bayley, and Rhea Ripley.
Okay. Phew. Because I had 3 picks that were identical there. Okay. Bianca Belair, Bayley, Charlotte, and Alexa Bliss.
Oh, fudge. I completely forgot about Alexa Bliss. Okay, cool. So, who do you think is going to win the Royal Rumble?
Charlotte.
Really? So you think that Charlotte is going to beat is going to be able to vanquish Alexa Bliss and Bayley and Bianca Belair?
I think Charlotte versus Asuka is going to be the match. Hopefully Asuka wins and gets her win back, unfortunately. Alexa does makes a lot of sense, right, given what's been happening on Raw. But, they can really just do anything where she kind of like freaks out, gets scared mid-match, and then gets eliminated instead of becoming like the super fiend. Because maybe the Fiend's essence goes somewhere else or something.
Do you know what? I think... Okay, so I'm going to go with Bianca Belair.
Sure.
The reason why I'm going with Bianca Belair is because if you saw SmackDown, they made a huge deal in her winning against Bayley, who held the title for 380 days. The emotional interview that she had right after, right? Like, those were real emotions. And then on Talking Smack, she had a great moment again, just talking about her life and what she had to go through, her struggles, and again the documentary they did about her. There's so much going on with Bianca Belair, man. She's on a high right now, and the WWE wants superstars. They want people that you can really be like the face of the company. It could be Bianca Belair, and she could, in my opinion, she could do what Becky Lynch did for the WWE and for the women's division. I think that Bianca Belair has the athleticism. I think she has the look. She is incredible. I think that now's the moment, and I think that at WrestleMania, I would love to see Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair.
That's a good match. I agree. Like, I think that she does have everything. I think it just might be too soon, and I don't think they would pull the trigger. I would much prefer to see her win than Charlotte. Like,
To
I'm
be
picking
honest,
Charlotte,
but
but I
here's
don't
the
want her to
thing.
win.
Here's the thing. Because you can have a moment where, yes, Charlotte will probably face Asuka at WrestleMania, yes. But it could start with them losing the titles, them going to the Rumble, shenanigans happen, they both fight, and they both get eliminated, and then they start brawling after the match once they're eliminated, and they can just continue that.
But I just don't think Asuka's going to be in the Rumble. I just think as a
Okay.
Raw Women's Champion, she won't be. She'll have her match, just like Sasha will have her
Okay,
match. I'm
that's
sure
fair.
Carmella and Charlotte will be in
You're
there.
right. You're right.
Charlotte's been declared, and I'm sure, I don't know if Carmella has, but like it would not surprise me. Like Carmella could actually come out and win this. Like
Yeah,
that,
you're right.
even though she wasn't in my final four, like
Mm-hmm.
she might actually be like she would be like the fifth. I wasn't sure between her or Bailey at that point.
That's a fair point. All right, so I pick Bianca Belair and you pick Charlotte.
All right,
We're going
and that
to
leaves
go.
us.
Yeah, we're going to have the men's Royal Rumble. That's going to end the show, and I will let you.
Is that confirmed?
Yes, that's what they said.
Okay.
So I will let you decide.
Final four without my winner. So my final four is going to be Braun Strowman, Daniel Bryan, Jey Uso, Edge.
Jey
No.
Uso and Edge.
Yeah.
Oh man, I completely forgot about Edge. God damn. All right, well I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'm gonna,
I thought your reaction was like I have the exact same picks as you, and I'm like
I'm gonna
okay.
change it up on the fly. I'm gonna say.
No.
Okay, fine. No. I mean.
Change it up on the fly, fine, but you got to give the original pick too.
Okay, I picked Braun Strowman, Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, and Big E. And I would,
Seth Rollins could be ready to go.
Yep.
That is
yeah,
certainly a
and
possibility.
I would replace Big E with Edge. So I would say Braun Strowman, Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, and Edge. And
So what happens if-
this is where we might get that Seth Rollins Edge thing going?
What happens though? Like, let's say Seth Rollins is in the Rumble. Like, what happens if like whatever number he is, it hits, and we don't hear the Messiah music, but we hear "Burn It Down"? How interesting would that
I mean,
be? No,
no, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
you think the Messiah comes back?
I
Okay,
think the
fine.
Messiah is going to come back, and he's going to be reinvigorated, and he's going to.
Rey Mysterio is going to cover his eyes. He's going to be totally afraid. He's like, "No, not you again."
Man, God. Now, who do you think is going to win this, though?
I put the winner as Daniel Bryan. I think that they've been telling us it's going to be him. Why not? And if my suspicion is correct that Roman Reigns will be successfully defending in WrestleMania, who better than to be the ultimate challenger, Daniel Bryan, and lose valiantly?
I agree with you. I think it's going
And
to
he's
be Daniel Bryan.
and that's why Jey Uso is in the final four for me, because I feel like Jey Uso is going to be the always there as the foil to Bryan, and he's going to overcome it.
Okay, that makes sense. That's actually a really, you know what, solid. Just you get a clap. You get a clap. I also think that Daniel Bryan is going to win this. I think this is the moment. I feel like this is the one thing that eluded him all his career, and they've been painting this picture, unless they really want to blue ball us and just paint like it's there, guys. Like this. I'm pretty sure you didn't listen to Daniel Bryan's interview during Talking Smack, but I really recommend. Honestly, though, because
real low blow there.
after listening to that, there's no way whatsoever that the WWE could just bungle this up. Which, by me saying it, they probably will bungle it now. But I Daniel Bryan has to win this. So let's end it on a high. Daniel Bryan is gonna win this, and I'm really excited for Royal Rumble, man. I'm
absolutely.
It's definitely one of the best shows of the year, and I think that all the matches that we're gonna get, I definitely think that they're going to deliver. So. Looking forward to it, and for you guys listening to us or watching us, let us know who you think is going to win the men's and women's Royal Rumble. And if you do enjoy our content, please make sure to like our video and to subscribe. And on social media, you'll see at the bar down below where it says The Wrestling Experience. That's where you can find us on Instagram and on Twitter. And that's it, guys. We'll see you for the Royal Rumble recap.
Sounds good, and we dare you to click on those buttons, eh? Talk to us.
That's it.
Give us your opinion. Tell us how wrong we are.
We would just... Are you ready for that, though? Are you ready for people to just be like, you're wrong?
No, but I'll take it if that's what it takes.